Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. The title of our today's video is How to Create GoHighLevel Contact on Wix Form Submission. So the objective of our today's video is that as soon as a new form is submitted in my Wix account, automatically a contact should be created in my GoHighLevel account too. For this, we are going to create a connection between Wix and GoHighLevel. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly, we have the concept of trigger and action. For trigger, we are going to use Wix, and for action, we are using GoHighLevel or Lead Connector. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to learn how to create GoHighLevel contact on Wix form submission. For this, we are going to create a connection between our Wix account and our GoHighLevel account. To create this connection, I have already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as you'll open the landing page of Pabbly, you are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I am an existing user, so I am going to click on sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting two applications. So I'm going to click on access now. And now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with the automation, I'm going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as create GoHighLevel contact on Wix form submission. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application, which will be Wix Forms, because I want that as soon as a new form is submitted in my Wix Forms account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So you have to keep in mind that you have to select Wix Forms right over here, not Wix. So we are going to search for Wix Forms and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select new form submission. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL to create a connection between our Wix Forms account and our Pabbly's workflow. So first we are going to copy this URL and then we are going to open our Wix account. So as you can see that I have already logged in my Wix account, and over here you can see this is my home page. So it is always advised to log in your accounts before starting with the automation. So now from the left side bars, we are going to go on automations. And now you can see that I have created some automations right over here. But now we are going to create a new automation. So I'm going to click on new automation right over here. And then we are going to click on start from scratch. And now it is asking me to select a trigger. So we are going to select the trigger as Wix Forms. And now it is asking me to select a trigger. So we are going to select forms submitted. And then it is saying select which forms trigger this automation. So we are going to select any. If you wish, you can also select a specific form right over here. And then it is asking me for the limit. So I'm going to keep it as don't limit. If you wish, you can select the limit too. And then we are moving on forward to our action. And now we are going to select send via webhook right over here as our action. And now for the request type, it has selected post automatically. And over here you can see that it is asking me for the target URL. So we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow. And yes, you can see that I have pasted my URL. And over here we are going to select all keys and values. And then we are going to click on activate. Now it is asking me the automation name. So I'm going to keep it as test GoHighLevel. And then we are going to click on save. And yes, you can see your new automation is now active. Over here you can see test GoHighLevel too. So this means that we have successfully created a connection and now we are going to do a test submission. So to do the test submission, I'm going to open my form, and as you can see that this is my form. So we are going to do a test submission right over here. We are going to keep the first name as demo, last name as user, email as demo@pabblytudes.com, and then for the phone we are going to keep it as this. And now after filling in all these details, I'm going to click on submit. And yes, you can see thanks for submitting. This means that we have successfully submitted our Wix form. And now we are going to open our workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response of our details or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. Over here, you can see the first name, the last name, the email and the phone number. So this means that my trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select lead connector because I want that as soon as a new Wix form is submitted, automatically a new contact should be created in my GoHighLevel 2. So to connect GoHighLevel with Pabbly's workflow, we select lead connector V1 or either lead connector V2 in our action application. So I'm going to select lead connector V1 right over here. And then for the action event, we are going to select create or update a contact. And again, we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your GoHighLevel or lead connector V1 account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to click on add a new connection and then it will ask you for the token. So we are going to get this token. So for getting this token, we are going to open our GoHighLevel account. And over here, you can see that this is my GoHighLevel account. And now from here, we are going to go on left sidebar and then settings. And from here, we are going to select business profile. And then we are going to scroll a little. And over here, we are going to get the option of our API key. So yes, as you can see that this is my API key. So we are going to regenerate this key so that we get the latest key. Over here, we are going to type confirm and then we are going to click on reset. And yes, you can see that this is our new API key. So I'm going to copy this key and then we are going to paste this key in our workflow. And yes, you can see that we have successfully pasted this key and now we are going to click on save. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our lead connector V1 or our GoHighLevel account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the first name, last name and many other details. So we are going to map these details. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Wix forms as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as I am going to map these details, all these details will turn dynamic and change with every new form submitted. And after mapping all these details, my workflow would be ready to run in real time too. So for the first name, we are going to open the response and over here you can see the first name. So we are going to map this. We are going to do same for the last name. We are going to open the response and map the last name. And then same for the full name. First we are going to map the first name, put a space and then the last name. And then for the email, again we are going to open the response and map the email. And same for the phone number too. So now you can see that I have mapped all these details and now these details have turned dynamic. And now it is asking me for some more details, but as you can see that these details are not the required details. So I'm ignoring these details and directly we are going to move on to save and send test request. So I'm going to click on this. And yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that a new contact has been added in our GoHighLevel using the details of our Wix form submission. So we are going to open our GoHighLevel and check that if a new contact has been added or not. Over here, we are going to again go back and then we are going to go on contacts. And yes, you can see name demo user, email demo@pabblytudes.com and the same phone number has been added as a new contact in our GoHighLevel. So this means that my workflow is successful and I'll just test the workflow once. And this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So for this, we are going to open our form and we are going to do a test submission again. So over here, we are going to enter the first name as test right now. And I wish to see that a new contact gets created in my GoHighLevel or not. For the last name, we are going to enter user only. Email as test@pabblytudes.com. And then for the phone number, we are going to enter it as this. After entering all these details, again, we are going to click on submit. And yes, you can see thanks for submitting. This means that Wix form has sent our details to our workflow. Pabbly triggered the workflow and further created a contact in our GoHighLevel or lead connector. So we are going to open our GoHighLevel account and check that if a new contact has been created or not. This time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. We'll directly open our GoHighLevel account and refresh this page. And yes, you can see name test user, the same phone number that we entered and the email that we entered, which is test@pabblytudes.com, has been created as a new contact in our GoHighLevel. So this means that my workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For a trigger application, I selected Wix form, and then for the trigger event, I selected new form submission because I wanted that as soon as a new Wix form is submitted, automatically my workflow should be triggered. And then for the action application, I selected lead connector V1, and then for the action event, I selected create or update a contact because I wanted that as soon as a new Wix form is submitted, automatically my workflow should be triggered and a new contact should be created in my GoHighLevel, which is lead connector right over here. And as you can see that I've created 2 contacts in my GoHighLevel also during this video. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.